Okay. Across the Bear. Written by J. David, aka Drunk 3PO, and art is done by Chris Bolson. Um, I don't really have a lot to say about this comic other than good job. To Jay and to Chris, both. I think the art complements the story very well. It's clean. It even manages to get a splash page in here, a cool one, even though it's not heavily action packed. Um, it's only a 15-page story, but I think it's used very well. All the pages are used very effectively to convey what Jay wanted you to know about this character. Um, and it's basically, if I think about it, this is basically a pitch for a new character. I think Jay took a giant risk by writing this. He basically had a character in mind, and this comic, this 15-page comic, is the pitch he will give to the reader, and he's putting his money on that we will like it and we will want more. It's sort of like how Dirty Deeds did it. They introduced a ragtag team of spacefaring, diverse alien creatures who have the same goal. Jay does the same with one character. This is the character. This is Cameron Cross. Um, he there's a lot of mystery to him, and there's some cool things to him. And by the end of reading this, you would want to see more of him. The story sort of feels like you're watching the pilot of the new action series you will love to watch. It starts off with a man who has amnesia. He wakes up in the street. He doesn't know who he is, where he is. He doesn't know what's happening to him. And bad things generally happen around him. Um, Around him, but also to him. And it will get him to places he doesn't want to be. Um, there's some also some hints at what the tone of the comic will be if this is greenlit for a follow up. There's flashbacks to his past, which are pretty hardcore. If you're into that, I think this has Punisher vibes, or maybe Daredevil. Um, you have to think about that tone of a comic. Um, Jay gives us a lot about who this character is, and near the end of the comic, you will learn something really cool about him. Jay drops I'll call it the C word because I don't want to spoil it, and it's an incredibly interesting theme, especially when you combine it with the faith theme that runs through this. You could see him wearing a cross around his neck, and he will end up in church to see if he can find answers there. Um, Overall, solid, very risky, but I think it paid off. Um, if I have to give it a critique, then I would be nitpicking, but maybe the pacing was a bit too fast at times, especially at the start. He wakes up and then looks to his left, someone's getting mugged, and then people run away, and then the cops are instantly there. But I can forgive that easily, knowing that there's only 15 pages, and it's not easy for anyone to write that. Not someone with no comic book writing experience, I would imagine. You can see Jay has some writing experience, and I think he didn't try to overdo it here. He- this was a this was a good read, and and it was nice to look at as well. Overall, I'll give it. I would recommend people to read this, and I would love to see more of Cameron Cross.